Hi, it's Randy from Dreamy Bohemian, and thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. Today I want to show you the finished version of what I've been referring to as my dream journal on Instagram and Facebook. And that is actually not, she's not a dream journal, but the reason that I was calling her that is because I hadn't named her yet, number one, and number two, is because I've had this journal in the makings in my mind for several years. And I knew what I wanted to do, but either didn't have the time or just couldn't get the full concept to come together with all of the pieces. So this is the final product, and what I have named her is Whispers of Peace because it is just such a muted color palette, and it's just a very peaceful journal to me. I love the image on the front, the kit that I use throughout, and I just kind of use it as collage papers and things like that, and sometimes I'll use a whole page. And then the images, of course, maybe for some journaling cards, is Swan Lake by Ravenvintageca. And I've done a little bit of Ruby and Pearl here, one of her vintage photos. I think it's got like 75 vintage photos in there, and so I use some of that in here, but predominantly the Swan Lake. So I have got on the front, I've got a beautiful image that I printed from the kit, and I lined or I outlined with Kuretake gold ink. Then I layered some dyed cheesecloth, and I have this beautiful grape leaf and grape bunches handkerchief in this gorgeous olive color. And I've been wanting to use it, but you know how you hoard things. I wanted to use it, but I didn't want to use it, and so I finally bit the bullet and used it. And so you'll see that throughout here. And this image back here picked up this beautiful silk tie that Sheila had dyed, and it just reminds me of a beautiful sea glass, and I can never for the life of me remember what the name of it is. We talked about it multiple times trying to figure out which color it is, and I'm sure she knows and will probably enlighten us in the comments, Sheila, if you don't mind. So I also have some star ribbon here that I placed underneath. And then I've got some really cute acrylic bead caps that I used as some accent flowers on the top and the bottom. And this right here, I've loved doing this. You might have seen this on my Whimsical Wonky House journals, or just the houses themselves. But this is just one of those vase fillers that you can get, and I use the clear, and you can see through to the star ribbon, and I just think that is so pretty. I love doing that. And this is just a vintage clip-on pearl earring that has just so much patina on it. I love that, and I thought that looked so pretty on the ribbon. She is a chunky little girl, and she's got 6 signatures. I actually have not counted the pages in here. I venture to say, let's see, let's just try one maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would make it 12. So that'd be 24 front and back times 6. So whatever that equals. She is pretty chunky little girl, and my charms keep trying to hide themselves in here, but I will show you those at the end. And then I've got some dangles on the bottom, just some really fun things that I made her really chunky charms as well, and I don't know, I love carrying her around. She weighs almost 2 pounds, like 1.9 something pounds, so almost 2 pounds, and I love the weight that she brings. So we will get to it. I've used a number of techniques in here. I have used gesso on most of the pages. I've done a lot of the lining with the Kuretake ink on the images. I have done gold leaf on the pages, and I've got a lot of embossed, just thick cardstock paper throughout. So I won't talk about that throughout. You'll just see that automatically when we flip through. So here is some more of that handkerchief, and I've put this really pretty, what I think was an earring. It just has some stars. It keeps flipping around the wrong ways on there, and the sun is trying to come in on me here, so I don't think I have too long before my desk is going to be just riddled in the sunlight, so I'm trying to hurry here. I've used a lot of antique, why can't I talk on camera sometimes? Don't you hate that? Ledger paper. So this is from 1885, and it's French ledger paper. Isn't that just the most beautiful, neat writing you have ever seen? Also use washi tape in here. And I've got I love black and white polka dots, and so I've used black and white polka dot washi tape throughout. And then I've got some of this little bitty gold dot on black washi tape. I love this stuff. It's so thin and fun. And if I can find this washi tape, I'll link it. But these are the main ones that I've used these throughout the journal. This is some yeah, that's Van Gogh. And then obviously this is just plain polka dots. So whatever I can find, I will link it for you in case you want to use some of it too. So I've just got to flip out here. There's some ephemera. I've just used some of the fabric from the inside front cover, which I forgot to tell you is also from Karen's, one of her cotton fabric bundles. So I mixed the two. I just thought they coordinated really nicely to have a soft cover on the inside. And this is some beautiful paper, some beautiful background paper that I just kind of did a little flip on. And I've also done some William Morris papers in here, just kind of in a collage. Used them to give some, you know, just somewhere for your eye to look for some additional interest. This is one of the beautiful images from the Swan digital kit. And here I've just put a gold dangle with some silver findings on the side. This is a photo from one of Ruby and Pearl's vintage photo kits, and I printed that on glossy photo paper, so it looks like a real photo. And then I just backed it with some of the swan images from the Swan kit and made a pocket out of it. And then I just put this embossed paper tag in there, which I used. It's hard to tell, but it was part of a letter that was in the kit, and I used just part of that. And then, of course, I've put this black and white ribbon on top there. So that's just a floating pocket. And then I have the paper that I've used, I got from Sheila. She tea-dyed it, and it just turned out so pretty. And I love, some of it is grungier than others, and I really like that effect. And I love the pops with the gesso. And then the it's not quite fitting on there. And then the white pop of the paper and the gold. I absolutely love it throughout. I've also used some metallic thread throughout the journal, and I'll try to link that for you as well. There's some of that washi, some of the kit and the gold leaf. I really thought I was going to use this for a writing journal, and that's what my hopes were. But as chunky as she got, I'm not sure if I can do it. I'm sure I could manage it, but we'll see what happens. So here's some of that William Morris and then one of Ruby and Pearl's images again on some photo paper. I love doing that. And then I just put some trim here. On the middle of the signatures, I just put some of this trim, kind of wrapped it around the one end of the waxed ribbon. So, I mean the waxed thread, so it didn't just dangle there, you know, with no character whatsoever. But this is the first dangle for the first signature. And I just used whatever I had in my little treasure trove stash, and just whatever spoke to me. Here I've got some, this was actually a table runner, and I have dismantled it over the years, and I thought it looked really good in here. It's just some organza with some beads on it. And this was a pair of earrings that I found on Amazon, and they've got rhinestones, or actually I think they're crystals in there, and it's a little swan, and I thought that was just gorgeous. Absolutely love that. There's some more of that William Morris wallpaper. And for this little dangle, I just attached it with a jump ring straight on to this edging that I put on there, which is some more of that table runner. There's just some more trim and some more William Morris paper. I found this little teeny tiny set of buttons, and it looks like it might have been on a bigger card. I don't know if the whole card was full of buttons, but they are just the daintiest, most beautiful little buttons I've ever seen. This is an image from the kit, the Swan. I think that's really cool. It's just kind of got a background of swirls and swans in flight. It may just be birds, but there is beautiful background paper. Some more gold leaf. I took the cutoffs of the metallic thread that I was using here, and you can just see it looks so pretty. And I put one of those little flowers like it's on the front. I used some napkin as well. I forgot about that to give some additional pop. And sometimes when my ledger paper was wanting to come apart, I would put this washi in there, and I just love the way that looks. For the napkin, I just used glue stick, Uhu glue stick, and I put that down on the paper, and then I would put the napkin down on it. Obviously, I removed all the layers except for the top one. And then I would kind of go around the rest of the napkin where I had, you know, torn it out. And what I did then is I just took my heat gun, and then I rubbed my finger, and I kind of did like that to get any bubbles out. But the heat gun sealed the glue onto the paper and onto the napkin, and it's got a really soft texture to it, like you can still feel the napkins, and I love doing that. I've always done that, and I love the way it feels. Aren't those cute? I just love them. This is a beautiful page out of a little booklet that is really old. It's some rag paper. You can see those are actual water stains, and it's talking about Napoleon, and then I think it's from 1728 is the date that I see on it, from Paris. So a beautiful piece of paper with some beautiful star ribbon. I actually, once I used this little piece on the front that had these little stars, then I wanted some more because that was my last little piece. So I went on Amazon and found this beautiful star ribbon, and I'll link that for you too. It was a little bit pricey, but it is just absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And then I layered it up with some of my silk and some of that table runner, then the ribbon, and then some of Sheila's bling. To me, just the layering is everything. I don't know about you. And then I used some of the fabrics that I used on the front and the cheesecloth and did a little cluster at the top there. And that I actually just stapled onto this page using my little Tim Holtz little mini stapler. I love the size of those staples. They are just the cutest thing. And you can barely even see that you've stapled something on there. And I don't know. I just think it's fun. I could staple till the cows come home. I love doing that. So this is some silk that I've sewn around here. Added some gold. That's an image from the Swan Lake. I keep saying the swan. This is the cutest little heart dangle here that I've made, and it is just attached again with a jump ring on this fabric. This is some old wallpaper, and I'm not sure if I got that from Amity Bloom. I think I did print that out from another kit. I'll have to check and see where I got that from. But I'll link all the kits that I use in the description box for you so you can find those. I have some music paper in here, some antique music paper, some more of that ledger. Aren't these the most beautiful, soft images? That's why it made me think of Whispers, to name this journal Whispers of Peace. The images are so soft as well. This paper, I actually took some berries off of my butterfly trees that we have around the house, and it made the prettiest color blue. Isn't that gorgeous? The berries were actually kind of purpley burgundy, and they made this blue color, which I thought turned out so cool. Some more of that ribbon, and then the tablecloth or table runner. Here I use some black and white floral or botanical napkin. I love pops of black and white. I just absolutely love it, if you can't tell with my black and white polka dot washi tape. I had this piece in my stash for so long, and it doesn't have holes in it, and it weighs a ton. I have no idea what it was used for, and I've been dying to use it in something, so I just put it on top of that little fabric cluster there. And as you can see throughout, there's so much writing room in here. I mean, I just really was excited about all this writing space. And isn't that beautiful? This is some old wallpaper as well. Here, so here's the end of that wax thread. And this is the second dangle with a pearl. Isn't that gorgeous? And some silver. I just love pearls and silver. I think it's so pretty. This piece of trim here is from one of Georgianne's bundles. It is the most delicate lace. I mean, not trim, but lace. I just absolutely love that piece. And you can see it on from either side. I just think it's so pretty. Here's some more of that little pale blue napkin. Here is an actual photograph I have in my stash. I thought it was so pretty. It has a wedding. Somebody's getting married. And I can't tell if that is snow or if that's rice or what they've got all over them there. But don't know. It kind of looks like snow. Oh, and I did a little cluster on there as well. On this paper clip, I found some of these little silver beads, and look how narrow they are. They're just so fun. And so I put in, throughout, you'll see gold mixed with silver, mixed with copper, mixed with gray, mixed with blue, with green, and amber. I'm just really enjoying the mixture of all of those colors in the journal. This is a antique check from the First National Bank, Importers and Traders National Bank. 1885 is the date on that. And I just put a cluster of some beautiful antique lace and some, oh gosh, what is this? Eyelet. And then some other little pieces up there. And I just popped a little heart on a jump ring on the in the end of the safety pin there. That is another one of those really pretty blue pages that, or it's the other side of the page that I dyed. It looks so pretty with the white on it, doesn't it? I just love it. There's the other side of that kit. And then look how beautiful the green is with that gray and the white. And Sheila's bling on there. I just love it. This, I cannot remember if this was part of Swan Lake or if this was one of Ruby and Pearl's digital. So forgive me for not knowing, but I can't remember. That's definitely the Swan Lake. And I think this is a wallpaper. And in the Swan Lake, she had an image of a stereotype. And a stereotype is basically two of the same pictures side by side. And when you look in through the glasses that you use, I can't remember if it does 3D or what it does. Anyway, it's very, very cool. But I lined that with the Kuretake ink, and then I also put gold leaf on that. And the gold leaf that I use is just imitation gold leaf, and so it's not super expensive. It comes, like, you can get 100 sheets for, I don't know, $6 or $7. So it's really fun to use, but it takes a really long time. I've probably been working on this journal for the better part of a month. I started before Christmas and have just finished it, just with all the techniques, with the gesso, the sewing, with the gold leaf, with the edging of the ink. It just takes a really long time, and I really enjoyed working on the journal. And knowing it was for me, it felt different. Like, I don't know about you, but like when I'm working on a journal for somebody else, I'm always worried that they're not going to like something. And so I had to get my mind right in this journal, because I kept thinking that. I was like, oh, I need more color in here. It's not going to show up really well, or this or that or whatever. But I kept having just to remind myself, this is for me and I can make it however I want. And so I finally got that through my head and got past all of that, and was just able to move on in peace. So Whispers of Peace, that's where the name comes from. So this is some more of the silk that's on the front, and then here's some little gold trim, which I love. I think I got that from Susie. And there's another image from the Swan Lake kit. And then here's some more fabric, like the inside cover from Karen, and a little lace cluster here. I just think that's so delicate. There was a little pocket in the kit, and so I went ahead and put it in there. My goal was not to bulk this up too much, and so that's why you'll not see a bunch of pockets and tags and things of that nature. Uh-oh, I just lost my little tag. Oh, well, I'll find it later. You know, because I didn't want to bulk it up so much. I wanted to leave room for the fabrics on the edge, and I tried to use dainty fabrics so that they weren't really thick and it wouldn't get too gator mouth, because that's not my favorite thing. This page here, you'll see on the reverse side when we get to that, is really pretty. It looks like a book cover. And then it had in the middle here, like it had a photo. But I just put some gold leaf around it. And then I put some lace and a beautiful button on there. I just thought that turned out so pretty. And here is another beautiful image from the kit. And I just left that loose for a little journaling card. There's some more of that black and white botanical napkin and some more of the handkerchief. another image from the kit, and a little amber dangle with some copper on the bottom. Here is a little pocket, and I think I lost my little, I had a little card that I was showing my pockets with, but that's a pocket. And I sewed around all of that. Some more music paper. So here's the other side of that page. Isn't that just gorgeous? I love that. And then I made a really dainty lace pocket here with a little cluster of the ribbon and the handkerchief. And I think this might be my favorite page. And then I have a stash of French postcards, and this is one of them. I sewed around it with this little cool little, I don't know, it's like jaggedy zigzag stitch, and I just thought that was so cool. And this will put a little cluster here, and I even put some embossed paper here and some gold leaf. But isn't that such a pretty back of a postcard? I was trying to find the date on it the other day. I know it's from Paris, but it's hard to see the date. Anyway, not that it matters. Some washi tape up here because my page tore, and so I just mended it right there with some washi tape. I used this ribbon, and I did a little flip out with one of the images, and I did that a couple times in here. That was fun. And so if you did write in your journal and you had a little flip out, you know, you could do something in there that nobody could see, just flipping through. There's some more beautiful dainty lace here, and instead of gluing this book page down, I just left it open, and then I put this photograph that I had from a photo album in there, and I just thought they looked so happy. They look like they're having a really good time, whatever kind of party that they're having. It could be Christmas, I don't know. Then I spied this beautiful floral fluted bowl. Look at that. I was like, ooh, that is beautiful. And there's actually a picture on the back as well because it came out of the photo album and I couldn't get it off. So these are from the 50s. It says June 1955. So that was just fun for a little pop of color there. There's the other side of that stereotype. And then this is just a little journaling card. I left the metallic thread on. Isn't that such a pretty image? And then this side, I put another pocket with that lace. And then I have some tissue paper that I just cut out. Just white tissue paper. And then a book page. It actually wasn't a book page. It was part of the kit. And I had cut some other things out, and the words were there. It looks like a little dictionary. And so I made a heart out of that as well. And then, I don't know if you can see, I went through and sewed down the middle some seed beads. So that was super fun. Did I show you the... Yeah, I missed this dangle, I think. So this dangle has some crystal, some silver bead on there. Those are actually sterling silver. And then a little heart. But they're so chunky and heavy. All right, let's see. Where were we? Oh, and I did this little beautiful little green dangle on there. This little fire polished bead on there. Then there's some more of my dyed paper. A little fabric flip with one of the images from the kit. And all I did was staple. I put that on with a safety pin and then just put some old fabric around there. Here's another one of those flips. Some of that William Morris paper, some lace with the inside part of the handkerchief and some bling. There's another little pocket. This is probably the brightest piece of the kit, and I think I used a page of that in the back. It's a lady with a swan. And this, I just sewed on and used a little snowflake stitch here. There's another image from the Ruby and Pearl vintage images. And there's a little silver heart. And you can't see this, but it is so heavy. It's just, I don't know where I got all these hearts in my stash, but there were several of them in there, and I thought they looked really pretty in this. And I like to do something really pretty on the center pages, and that's wallpaper, one of the pieces of wallpaper from a digital kit. And this is such a pretty piece. I love this. I've had this forever. Had no clue what I was going to do with it, but it's a little cherub playing a trumpet. And then I just put a gray bead on top there. Super fun. Here is this is actually this is 2 shares of something. It says the Pittsburgh, Fort Wayne, and Chicago Railway Company, so I guess that's what this is 2 shares of. But the writing is just gorgeous, and it's from 1867. I've just put another little cluster up here with a little iridescent bead. And I'll try to link all the beads that I know that I've gotten off of Amazon in here as well for you, in case you see some beads that you like. Some more of that beautiful lace. Another flip with one of the beautiful images from the kit. Some more William Morris paper. Here's another beautiful image from the kit. It's just a little journaling card that I left loose, that I sewed around. And some ribbon, again. In love with this ribbon. Some more of the paper that I dyed. That one is a little bit bluer. Actually, no, that's still the butterfly tree too. I did some other things in my yard. I did some testing this fall before everything died, and got some pretty fun results. So some more napkin here. Another image, and I just did like a top corner, what am I trying to say? Tuck spot. There we go. Ooh, lost my words for a minute. This is a little glassine pocket, and I put a pansy from my garden that I dried and saved in a book, and I thought that looked so pretty there. There's some more of that trim. This is some really fun trim that I have no idea where I got it, but I love it. Don't you just love it when you have things that you love and you have no idea where they came from? Some more image from the Swan Lake kit. And here is one of the larger pieces of the handkerchief. Isn't that gorgeous? It's got a lot of texture to it. It's just so pretty. Here is another little journaling card. Isn't that so pretty? And then on this little paper clip, I just put a little dangle on there. And it's one of those green, those glass beads. And it's a little flower petal. And I've been loving to put one of these on the journals that I make lately. I put one on Karen's journal. I thought that was so fun. Here is some of that green ribbon again on top of the dyed cheesecloth, some lace and some bling, some Sheila bling. Another image from the kit, Swan Lake, some napkin. It's another photo from my stash. I'm sure that's probably from the 50s too. And I just put a little cluster for interest there. In this book page pocket, with some more of that trim that I love that I have no idea where I got. Here is some fabric from the inside cover, and you could put something in here. It's not a pocket, but something will, you know, just kind of sit right in there. Some more lace. It's so dainty, and you can see I just tried to keep everything as thin as I could. This is actually my favorite dangle. This is a giant heart. It weighs a ton. It's probably, I don't know how much it weighs, but it's probably a lot of the journal. Anyway, I just thought that was so pretty. And since this is mine and I don't have to worry about it being so clunky or chunky, I just did it because I can. I safety pinned these images on with a rusty safety pin and a little cluster there. Here's another pocket. Here's some more of that handkerchief, if you can see. So pretty. There's the image that I made the pocket out of on the other side. There's the full image of the kit. You can see how pretty it is. This lady is very boho. She has the Indian traditional clothing on. It's very pretty. This is a pocket with some of Sheila's bling and a little lace underneath. There's some more of that star ribbon, some of the wallpaper. And I just did a little collage on this page. I thought the music paper and the black and white napkin and that swan and the little black and white washi tape looks so pretty there. There's another image. This, I think, actually came from Ruby and Pearl La Luna kit. And so what I've done is just kind of layered this over for another, I don't know, layering piece, I guess, because I thought it looked so pretty. There's some silk ribbon and some lace there. Some more napkin. This is an old receipt from 1939, and on there I put a beautiful amber glass bead with some silver and some gold findings on there. And that's an old rusty paper clip. Some lined paper, and I think that came from the kit. Some more napkin. Some more of the kit. Some more thread. It's hard to see that it's metallic. There you go, but it is. And just a little cluster. Some more my dyed paper. Napkin. In the center, there is some more of that wallpaper, and this is another crystal dangle with some gold and some silver attached. I just think that's so pretty. So very pretty. Not as chunky as the last one, but... And this is a letter that was in the kit, and I thought that was so beautifully aged and grungy. I just loved it. This is a piece, I think this came from the La Luna kit, I believe. And that's just a little journaling card that I sewed around, and then I put some antique ephemera in here. This is from 1877, I think, and it's just a little paper that, I don't know, I just thought it was really pretty. The paper is so nice. I was kind of pulling things out, trying to figure out what I was going to use, and that was one of the things that I pulled out, and I just kind of left it, even though it was kind of thick. That's probably the thickest thing in here. Some more paper that I dyed. I can't wait. The butterfly trees don't berry until the very end, until they're getting ready to go and be dormant. And so I have to wait so long to get these berries. So it only happens in late fall. But look how pretty it turned out. I just love it. Oh, here's another image from Ruby and Pearl's vintage photos that I just sewed around and put a little cluster. Look at those funny little babies. Those hats are cracking me up. Almost looks like an Easter, like they wanted them to be chicks or something. I don't know. And we're getting towards the end. There's some more of that beautiful ribbon. Just a little cluster here with some napkin. Another old receipt from 1935 from France. And a beautiful journaling card that was in the kit as well. And then the last page is just some ledger, still from 1885. This all came out of the same ledger book. And then this is the last page. And the back is just plain. There's the side. I just left it plain, and I just did some of that snowflake stitching all around here. And there's the bottom. And hopefully all of my dangles have stayed out now. And you can see, isn't that just gorgeous? I absolutely just love the way that looks. So that, my friends, is my journal, Whispers of Peace. And I hope you have enjoyed this flip through. And I hope you have enjoyed your weekend, and you're going to have a wonderful rest of your day. Like I said, I will put everything in the description box, and I'll link the journal that I made for Karen so you can see some more of her silk in her journal. And I hope you have a wonderful day and a good week. Bye-bye.